Hello there. Even though I'm not here today, I thought I could still talk to you. I thought this would be the best way to do it. It is Thursday, the 12th of September, and here is your assignment for Thursday, the 19th of September. Right here, you've been given this packet. This packet is in your Google Drive. It is called Communist China 2013. What you're going to do, there's two parts to this project. Number one is an ungraded activity. We're going to be put into groups, where in your group you're going to have a certain task. The second part of this is a graded activity where you're going to work on it individually. So, part one, in your group activity, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be put into groups. Miss Jansen, the sub, is going to number you off 1 through 7. All the ones are going to be in one group, 2's in another group, 3's in another group. Each group is going to be responsible for one of the sections in this packet. The first group is going to be responsible for the first section, which is the fall of dynastic China. The second group is responsible for communist China. The third group, so on and so forth. So in the 7 groups, you're going to be working through that process. Your group is responsible for sharing information about your particular section with the rest of the class. And Miss Jansen is going to give you a sheet of butcher paper. And with this sheet of butcher paper, there are some markers in the front of my room. There are some colored pencils in the front of my room. If you'd rather use your own, that's fine. But what you're going to do is you're going to graphically represent the important ideas and events of your particular section. So if I'm doing the fall of dynastic China, how do I graphically represent that? Well, that's up to you as a group. What do you need to draw on there in order to be able to do that? That's what you as a group need to decide. So there's a couple of rules for this. Number one, you cannot have any words on your project. Rule number 2, you cannot have any letters on your project. Rule number 3, you cannot have any numbers on your project. So when you are writing this stuff, you have to do pictures, not words. So what you will do then is you will have Thursday and Friday to work on this. Thursday will be introduction day. You're going to watch this video. You're going to get your packet in your Google Drive folder. You're going to look at the stuff that's in there. In your groups, you'll read your section. You'll talk about the things that you're going to draw. You'll be given some butcher paper. You'll have access to markers and colored pencils, which are up in the front of my room. Once you have those things, you start drawing your pictures. You save them for the next day. You can put them on one of the 48 tables that are in various corners of this room. Just remember where they're at. Then when you come back on Friday, you will continue to finish your drawings, and you'll have about half the period to work on your drawings. The last 20 minutes or so, we're going to start our presentation. The first group to present is going to be group number 1, which is the fall of dynastic China. The second group to present is going to be the communist China group. So each group will present. We will probably get through 1 or 2 groups on the first day, maybe 3 in a perfect world, but I don't know if we'll be able to get through presentations that quickly. You will stand up. Someone will hold the poster up. Other people will talk about the drawing. I don't want one person standing there and trying to point and hold it up. One person hold it up, other people talk, then someone else hold it up while that person talks. And you'll tell the class what the pictures are of. We'll all laugh at your drawings because you do not need to be a good drawer to make these things happen, as evidenced by most of my artwork. So you're going to go through the drawings and what's important about your particular time period. So then everybody has seen everybody's posters about what's important about these different aspects of Chinese history. Now, once you share those on Thursday and then finish them up on Friday, then Monday will be a work day to work on your papers. But understand, you can start on this paper Thursday, now that you have this packet. Part 2 of this assignment, the graded paper part of this assignment, you are going to write a paper. It's a raft, and this is described right here under the Communist China raft. What you're going to do here is you're going to be an old person, a very old person who was born in 1900 in China. So if you're born in 1900, when the dynastic governments of China fall in 1911, you were old enough to remember it because you were 10, 11 years old at that point. And so you saw the fall of dynastic China. You see the communist revolution between Chiang and Mao. You see Mao's Great Leap Forward. You see the fall of Mao and the rise of Deng Xiaoping and the economic reforms and the changes. You've seen it all. You're 90 years old. And you are writing a letter to your granddaughter, to your grandson. And you're telling them, here's what life has been like for me. Because you don't want them to forget. It's been a very interesting 100 years in China, and China has changed a lot in 100 years. So you tell us, how has China changed? And that's what you're going to do. Okay, this is a raft. Roll is you are a 90-year-old grandparent. Audience is your grandson or your granddaughter. Format is a personal letter. The topic is what's the last 100 years been like. Now, what you must do is there are terms at the bottom of this packet. There are 27 terms at the bottom of this packet. You must use 20 of these terms. And how do I know you've used these terms? Because in your packet or in your letter that you're going to be writing, you're going to have each term highlighted, bold-faced, underlined, circled, something italicized, something to identify that word as an important vocabulary term in your particular paper. Some papers might go heavy on early vocab terms, some might go heavy on later vocab terms. It's going to be different depending on how your story flows. And what you want to do is you want to write a story that is a first-hand account of somebody who lived through all of these events in China's history. You lived through the Great Leap Forward and survived. You lived through the economic reforms of Deng Xiaoping. You lived through the 10-year plans of early Mao Zedong rule. And so you've got to go through all of those things to write this paper. Okay, so this is your raft. This is your writing assignment. So you've got Thursday, you're getting this. So you know what your homework is for Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, whatever. Friday, Thursday and Friday, we're working on the picture notes. Monday is a day for you to work on this paper. It is due Tuesday when you come to class, and I'll leave directions for Ms. Jansen on how you need to share that and who you need to share that with. So what you're going to do is you're going to read all about that on Monday, and then on Tuesday, you need to bring that paper with you. And when I say with you, I mean it's shared on Google Drive with the appropriate people, and Ms. Jansen will talk you through that process on Monday next week. I'm still going to be gone, but I'll be able to communicate a lot on the computer. If you have questions about any of this stuff, feel free to email me. I'll have my computer with me. I'm just sitting at home with my leg elevated, recovering from a little minor procedure on my heel, but it's just going to knock me out for a few days. And then you'll work through that process on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday we'll start talking about some issues in modern China. I'll have some readings for you to put into your Google Drive, and you'll go from there. But this is going to be Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday in-class stuff. So if you're going to be gone from class, make sure you talk to Ms. Jansen and find out what's going to be happening. She has all of this written up. She has my phone number. She has my email. You all have my email. Feel free to contact me if you have questions, and I will try to answer them as quickly as humanly possible. Good luck.